A reading from the book of 2 Samuel. Today is September 27th. Our reading from 2 Samuel is chapter 7. When the king was settled in his palace, and the Lord had granted him safety from all the enemies around him, the king said to the prophet Nathan, "Here I am dwelling in a house of cedar, while the ark of the Lord abides in a tent." Nathan said to the king, "Go and do whatever you have in mind, for the Lord is with you." But that same night the word of the Lord came to Nathan, "Go and say to my servant David, 'Thus said the Lord, are you the one to build a house for me to dwell in?' From the day that I brought the people of Israel out of Egypt to this day I have not dwelt in a house, but have moved about in tent and tabernacle. As I moved about wherever the Israelites went, did I ever reproach any of the tribal leaders whom I appointed to care for my people Israel? Why have you not built me a house of cedar? Further, say thus to my servant David, 'Thus said the Lord of hosts, I took you from the pasture, from following the flock, to be ruler of my people Israel, and I have been with you wherever you went, and I've cut down all your enemies before you. Moreover, I will give you great renown like that of the great men on earth. I will establish a home for my people Israel, and will plant them firm, so that they shall dwell secure and shall tremble no more. Evil men shall not oppress them any more as in the past. Ever since I appointed chieftains over my people Israel, I will give you safety from all your enemies. The Lord declares to you that he, the Lord, will establish a house for you. When your days are done and you lie with your fathers, I will raise up your offspring after you, one of your own issue, and I will establish his kingship. He shall build a house for my name, and I will establish his royal throne forever. I will be a father to him, and he shall be a son to me. When he does wrong, I will chastise him with the rod of men and the affliction of mortals. But I will never withdraw my favor from him as I withdrew it from Saul, whom I removed to make room for you. Your house and your kingship shall ever be secure before you. Your throne shall be established forever." Nathan spoke to David in accordance with all these words and all this prophecy. Then King David came and sat before the Lord, and he said, "What am I, O Lord God, and what is my family that you have brought me thus far? Yet even this, O Lord God, has seemed too little to you, for you have spoken of your servant's house also for the future. May that be the law for the people, O Lord God. What more can David say to you? You know your servant, O Lord God. For your word's sake and of your own accord, you have wrought this great thing and made it known to your servant. You are great indeed, O Lord God. There is none like you, and there is no other God but you, as we have always heard. And who is like your people Israel, a unique nation on earth, whom God went and redeemed as his people, winning renown for himself and doing great and marvelous deeds for them and for your land, driving out nations and their gods before your people, whom you redeemed for yourself from Egypt. You have established your people Israel as your very own people forever, and you, O Lord, have become their God. And now, O Lord God, fulfill your promise to your servant and his house forever, and do as you have promised. And may your name be glorified forever, in that men will say, 'The Lord of hosts is God over Israel,' and may the house of your servant David be established before you. Because you, O Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, have revealed to your servant that you will build a house for him. Your servant has ventured to offer this prayer to you. And now, O Lord God, you are God, and your words will surely come true, and you have made this gracious promise to your servant. Be pleased, therefore, to bless your servant's house, that it abide before you forever. For you, O Lord God, have spoken. May your servant's house be blessed forever by your blessing."